Hi, I'm Jeffrey. This is a Tahm Kench game I played a couple days ago, and it was my third match in my best of 3 promotion to Masters. I'm running Hail of Blades against Annie Twitch bot lane with a Samira. Didn't get the best start, but here I started using that W to abuse the Twitch's auto range. Right as he went for that creep, I got on top of him. He had to force his flash really early in the game. I feel like Tahm Kench's W is really hard to hit, but there's a couple ways around it. Like here, I hit this Annie with a Q, which slowed it, which is pretty much a true combo, I guess. I'm actually having a lot of success landing that. And then we go for the extended trade, and my auto attack gets canceled there, so I don't get the stun. But that's fine. I don't really think we were supposed to all in the Annie there. We probably should have fought the Twitch. Here I hit a massive 3-man. I mean, that was huge. Once we did that, I pretty much felt like the game was over because we just wiped them, and our Zyra got so strong. Yeah, there's those Hail of Blade auto attacks. I got 2 quick ones off and then ate the Annie. But here you can see we are focusing the Annie first, and each time we do this, we just end up dying. I was able to get out, but my Samir was not so lucky. So there she 1v2s and trades 1 for 1. Me and Annie end up having this duel to the death, and I miss my Q and W under tower. I might have been kind of trolling at this point. I've already taken about 1,000 damage. And so we're kind of playing cat and mouse here in the bushes. I autoed this to get her to come out. I get the Q, but my W's on cooldown. I'm just trying to play outside of her range, and I kind of just go for it. Luckily, she walks back into it, and I get those quick Hail of Blades into the ult, and you gotta do a little dance. You're excited to eat a little girl. Anyways, Tahm Kench gameplay. His W is so long range. You're able to hit a lot of fat roams with him. Here, I was able to sneak behind the Swain and spit him under the tower. He ends up getting a Zillion ult, pretty much frame perfect. And I mistimed my W, and he ends up getting out, but I think we end up trading on the Zillion. It's a good dying breath from Zyra as she gets blown up under tower. And he gets out with barely any health. And here, I mean, that W, there's a lot of wind up on the W animation. And even though I casted it from Fog of War, I missed. And then I get my ult off on the Twitch, but we just don't do enough. We didn't capitalize fast enough. But here, when they can't see you, I was able to get a really good flank. This is the second time I've come from underneath and hit like multiple people. It seems to be roaming in Fog of War is just the way to play this guy. I kind of saved the Twitch with my ult, or the Zillion with my ult for a little bit, and canceled the Jarvan, so it was a bit of a reverse synergy, but oh well. So I saved my boy. Often in teamfights, you want to use Tahm Kench's ult for defensive purposes, especially once you get Radiant Virtue, because that starts that healing. A weird start to this fight, and then I feel like it's going well. At this point, it's going well. I hit my W, and I know we're supposed to focus Twitch, but I just kind of zone in on Zillion, and then the Twitch ends up getting 2 kills. I miss my Q here, and then my W gets canceled by Bomb Stun. So definitely a targeting problem there. But luckily this game, I was playing with a lot of really good players. This Jarvan was, I mean, he was really good. He was kind of going everywhere, killing everybody, and just never really making mistakes. So, I mean, he was super strong. They end up wiping Zillion and Volibear here. And I think they even actually catch the Twitch. So I'm really happy to be carried, that's for sure. I'm not doing too bad myself, but these guys definitely were doing work. Zyra seems to be a mid-champion people sleep on. She's full of damage. So here I just get vision control. In vision control Fog of War, I can just use my W. Look at from blue buff to that bush. I think I do this like 3 times in a row. So me and Samir are able to eventually pick her off. We clear the vision. And more of their team continues to walk into river from this area. And I do the same W from blue over to the bush. I dance with the Zillion in my mouth. He ends up getting his ult off. I use my W from vision over this area, get a big slurp. And we're just going for picks constantly. This is definitely a good situation to be playing Tahm Kench in. You're able to just constantly be diving onto them as an engager, even though he's really more of a defensive player. And this is the third time that I've done this W from blue buff over here, and we end up killing the Swain too. So they just pretty much chain feed into us, but something doesn't quite feel right. I know the jungler isn't dead. We only killed 3 of them, and there he is, kind of just creeping around in the forest. And I want to stop him, but obviously Tahm Kench's CC is very situational. So we get Baron, and that's usually, a linchpin in finishing the game off. And here we're kind of doing that vision thing again. And we're kind of split a little bit. Teemo's in base, and we're kind of grouping to push. We've already got 2 inhibs down. And eventually one of our blunders kind of comes from this setup. So we're just kind of man-moding this turret. You feel safe. I guess maybe Twitch shows up, and then he does. But look how much damage I take. And Jarvan goes in. That's kind of one of his first mistakes because he's been playing so well. And I really want to eat him, but I know if I go in, I die too. And then look what I do. I just kind of walk back into the Twitch. I mean, I just 2 ints by us. Look at that Jarvan. He's 14 and 4. I mean, I'm 5, 4, and 12. And then the rest of our team, 3 versus 5. I mean, I guess the Twitch didn't have ult, but our Samir just goes in. And they just murder everybody. They clean up everything and the game's over. So us getting picks over and over again was working out so well. And then we ran it down and then they ran it down. So, the common push and pull of solo queue. And there it is. Hopefully I'll be able to hold on to this beautiful emblem for a while. Maybe even get Grandmaster. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you want me to cover anything or play any champions. See ya.